All right, well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Yep, I did have somebody ask me, they say, hey, Pastor Dowell, do you think that Nord Stream had anything to do with all of this is going on? And I said, you know what? That is a good thought. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to chime in on this part right here. And I'm actually going to try to at least put the pieces to the puzzle together the best I can. I thought that was a very good comment, though, so I'm going to go in here, right? All right, so we know that pipeline Nord Stream has been running through Europe, right? We know that the United States of America, bombed the living hell out of it. Cut off gas to Europe. It sure did. Cut off gas to Europe. And the Russians is the one supplying the gas. America's the one supplying the gas. Now we're deep in the pockets of Germany, deep in the pockets of Europe. And you think about this for a second, huh? We got Britain and all them as our allies. We turn around, bomb their pipeline, and now they got to pay us. Boy, talking about no Vaseline, man. But anyway, as I continue to go on. So think about this for a second, all right? Nord Stream. So now we know that everybody think that the prelude and the pretense is, and let me use history again, okay? Has it not been the history of the Europeans to go to, for instance, in the Caribbean? All right, they'll go there like they did in the Americas. They'll go there, they'll befriend these people, right? Well, they'll go there and befriend these people, eat, smoke peace pipe, everything else with them, and then come back later on after they find out what type of resources they got, and then kill all the indigenous people of that land, like they did in Puerto Rico, like they did in the Dominican, like they did in Mexico, like they did in America, like they did in so many places. They're not doing anything is any different today. That land over there belongs to the Palestinians. And these European transplants, these Russian Ashkenazis, and most of you don't know this, but the majority of the Israeli population is Russian. I just thought I'd throw that in there. So these Russian Ashkenazis, they're over there occupying his land, settled in his land, and they say they've been fighting in his land. That's what they say, for thousands of years, but they've only been there since 1948. Man, that's a sucker born every day, isn't it? So anyway, and now they realize, according to what the geologists say, that they're sitting on a gold mine, and that gold mine ain't gold either. That gold mine is gas and oil. So what do? They trump up some charges and stuff. They piss off the Hamas and the Palestinians, making backroom deals, using reverse psychology and all this other shit. Next thing you know, Hamas said, man, to hell with this, because to them, it's a holy war, it's a religious war, it's a jihad. But to the Europeans, and that's why Americans is befriending Israel, because if they end up controlling Gaza, they end up controlling this $453 billion asset called oil and gas. They're sitting on a gold mine. Where does this put them out on the world stage? Well, guess what? Then Israel can control the petrol that's in that land, puts them up there on the world stage. Then they can, guess what? They can sell all this oil and gas to Europe. It's all about dollar. Everything is about dollar some way, some fashion, or some form. And America, while it's trying to play both sides of the fence, it's trying to look, throwing rocks, hiding hands, clean mouths, but filthy lives. That's what America. They're trying to set up and act like that they are the referee and all this, and they ain't got a damn dog in the race when they are the one who has literally orchestrated all of this. Ain't nobody going over there to fight over no piece of land. They're fighting over resources. They're fighting over whoever controls resources is going to control pretty much that land. And Benjamin Netanyahu flat out said, we are the ones that's going to be controlling Gaza. That means, what do they got to do? They got to do like they did over in America. They got to kill all the indigenous people of the land, put them on reservations, just like Israel. They don't want to control the pipeline to electricity, to food, to commerce, to trade, whole 9 yards. They could cut off the water supply, cut off everything from the Palestinians. Mind you, these are the original indigenous people of the land. So the Europeans are slowly but surely going and taking all the resources from all the melanated people of this earth, And it looks like this juggernaut can never be stopped because all of them are Confederate. If you go read Psalms 83, it'll give you an insight because Yah has already prophesied of all of this. So now here we are again. We got some more Europeans been transplanted in that land, have no genetic link with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob whatsoever at all. Now they're there, and they're going to kill off all the Palestinians in that land, the majority they can. The rest of them they're going to control. There ain't going to be no two-state solution like everybody keeps vying for, one. And they're going to take the indigenous people of that land. They're going to take their land. They're going to take their resources. And they're going to make, because think about it. What would that do for the Palestinians if they own their own land, which they do, but it's been stolen from them, and they get out on the world market, kind of like Norway. Y'all remember Norway? Norway was just nothing but basically a fishing country. And then they found out they had something that everybody wanted. Oil. Now go look at that country. It is prosperous in every way. What else does it have in common? Well, it's another Caucasian country. And whether people want to make this about color or not, it's hard to argue with the facts. Listen, in news, they can tell you whatever they want to. And you can believe whatever you want to. But when you look at the facts, and I've said it once, I said it 1,000 times, we may all be entitled to our own opinion, but we are definitely not entitled to our own facts. I'm of the mindset, don't sit up there and tell me that it's raining outside and you've been pissing on my leg. For centuries, the European has been doing nothing but genocide and land exploitation of indigenous people of the land. And that's why some of the people end up with the sugarcane disease. That's the reason why a lot of these people, because being under judgment by Yah, that's the reason why a lot of these people are just exploiting the whole entire world. The only people they haven't been able to get over on is India and China. And right now, we're on the prelude and the cups because China is making an extraordinary build-up of Taiwan. Why are they doing that? Because look at how many fronts America is trying to support, defend, and fight on. They can't fight in Russia, fight in the East, and now fight in Gaza, and then provide resources for the whole damn earth, and then turn around and China gonna go in on Taiwan, and we're gonna fight on that front too? Man, I think that the BRICS nations, I think that they got a plan going, and that's to spread us as thin as possible and then come in like a blitzkrieg, come in like a 2-ton heavy stick. I'm serious. Somebody is better be intelligent. Well, Pastor Dowell, I mean, I know, listen, if I had the information that a lot of these jackasses up there in Washington had, and if I had my own damn cabinet, I promise you things will be a hell of a lot more different in the world, because you know why? We genuinely care about people. These damn people don't care about people. They care about profits, lives. What did Madeleine Albright say? Y'all remember Madeleine Albright when they said, well, what do you think about all the children and everybody that's been killed and been murdered and been destroyed in these wars? And she says, it's necessary. Woo! That should make your finger muscle tighten like you would never, ever do it. So I'm glad that somebody asked me about this Nord Stream thing, because guess what? Now you get to get my sentiments and my take on what I think about it. And of course, some of you value my opinion, but you know what I'm going to say at the end of this video, right? Keep your eye glued to what's going on the world scene. But you better believe whatever America will allow to go out there on the world scene, you better believe America, your country, don't give 2 nickels worth of rat's ass about you. And to hell with this, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Y'all better get rid of that damn shit. I'm telling you that real fast and hurry. Again, go on YouTube and look and see how many veterans are down eating crow, living regrets, because they realize they've been out there fighting for a machine and not for righteousness, fighting for profits of the rich. They don't give a damn about poor people dying. None whatsoever at all. This is how you know Satan is involved in all this, big time. And I know my comments sting very heavily because I'm pretty much informed. Hey, there was a time that I spoke as a child I even looked like a child at one time, but now I speak as a man, and I'm a grown-ass man. I don't speak childish things like that no more. I just tell you the truth in a true, straight way. It's up in your court to what you're going to do about it. But I know one thing. The book says when you know the truth, it'll set you free. And if you're going to be set free, it'll also guide you into all truth so that you can be set free. And that's where real true liberty comes from. Because I'm telling you right now, I teach people, you focus on your homestead. You focus on your communities. You focus on your brothers and sisters that you fellowship with, that they're born again, and you build up a network of reliable people, people that are trustworthy, and call the chaff. Because I'm telling you, when it's all said and done, it's just us and them. And right now, they got the bullets. Look, these sick ass people, you know what they're actually thinking about doing? Okay, so the Suez Canal over there controls commerce. Billions upon billions and millions of barrels of oil pass through that canal. Commerce and trade from China, Asia. Every single day. You know what these assholes thinking about doing? They're thinking about actually bombing the living hell out of that damn a crater over there to make another canal and call it the Ben Gurion Canal. In Gaza. Why? Because they want to take away trade from Asia. Listen, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it because ain't nobody else gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. Human life is nothing more than collateral damage in the world of profits and greed. It's a necessary evil. It's just necessary. Like Madeleine Albright said. I know most of you, who in the hell is Madeleine Albright? She kind of looked like some type of German Broomhilda. She actually looks like a Rockweiler in her day. So if you go and type it in, then you'll see what I'm saying. Won't look like a witch. But anyway, hey, so I'm glad I was just reading through the comments while I was sitting there at the red light, and I seen that comment. I just thought I'd chime in on it since somebody asked, inquiring minds asked, but you better believe, hey, y'all stay glued. Stay glued and stay tuned. I know most of you, what did Pastor Dowell just got finished talking about? What are he talking about, babe? What are you talking about?
A lot of good information.
People, they don't know. They don't think I know what I'm talking about, do they?
You know what you're talking about.
Man, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Jesus. I know one thing. Whatever I see going on in the world scene, when you come over on my Patreon channel, you notice I give us total different direction of what I see out here, and it helps preserve our nation. You know, one man of wisdom can preserve a whole city. Just one man, if they would follow his wisdom. And since too many people ain't going to follow it, I'll just give it to our people, the Israelites, natural born and converts. All of us are Israel. Hey, y'all be the real Israel. They're scattered abroad, like the prophecy says. Not somebody's been transplanted and give themselves the name of Israel. But anyway, I'll come back at you a little bit again later. I'm going to have to wait till I get home to upload this video because it took almost 5 hours to upload a video out here. And it's supposed to be LTE, 5G, 6G, or whatever the hell they want it. And it still moves like pond water. Y'all have a wonderful day. I can't be reading no more comments right now because I'm on a straight shot. I got to pay attention to this road. But who knows? Maybe somebody else will spark something in my mind that would actually light a fire in my mind to remember some history. Then I can actually expound on that too. If you see a forest, believe it. There's trees there.